Roll that beautiful bean footage. Show them beautiful beans. Show feet. Show Bob and Vagine. It's Struggle City. We're still knuckle, maybe elbow deep. Maybe we're
Why are you
we're,
putting pauses in between every word?
we're shoulder to the perineum deep
Just in case he wants me to edit any of this.
in this pandemic.
Dave, can you take out the part where I said vagine? I didn't like the way that sounded.
No, keep Bob and Vagine in. Keep it in.
You don't do the intro.
Well, I mean, to be fair, every time he's done the intro in season 3, we've gotten like a shit ton of views and listens. So, I mean, I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious.
Am I not good enough?
I don't know. They like Casey doing intros apparently, because I'm shit at them too apparently.
All right, fine. I'll shut up.
Although
It's the dawn of the new age. It's the dawn of the new age. We're living amongst the virus. We've stopped keeping track of days
and Dave's
because there's too many of each. We need to start cutting back on the Daves.
Oh, especially the Daves.
Welcome to Struggle City. This is terrible.
We got Casey.
There's a Casey. There's a Missy. There may be a Dave.
And then there's another Dave
lurking about like a Pokemon in the grass.
I'm gonna pop out and scare the shit out of you.
It's coming upon a Dave in the grass like a Pokemon, and you hope it's a shiny, but instead it's just really dull.
Whoa.
Still going on?
Whoa.
God, the intro is so long.
So there's no coming upon anything in the grass when Dave's involved. I'm not into that. At least not in public.
Anyway.
Speaking of white snow.
It's Struggle City. It's winter time. It's the week before Christmas. And I watched a Christmas movie last night. Not so much a Christmas movie, but it was like a Christmas special of a show I watched. And it was something else.
What was it?
It was something else. So, quick roundup. I subscribe to Shudder, which is a streaming service that does all horror things.
Let's go lay down. Let's go.
Ooh, if you listen real close in the background, Dave's seducing Abby.
Oh, you could hear me? Oh, that's awkward. Now I'm talking to Biscuit. I thought I hit mute. Oh, that's funny. Come on, Biscuit. Stop fucking looking around. Let's lay down. What the fuck are you looking at?
Right. Keep going. Subscribe to Shudder.
On Shudder, which is a horror movie and all things horror exclusive streaming service, there's a show called Creepshow, and it's vignettes, different short stories, short movies, and they did a Christmas special that released yesterday, and it was wonderful. It was insane. It had furries. It was great. So the quick rundown of it is this guy that thinks he's a werewolf joins a Shapeshifters Anonymous meeting and meets other shapeshifters.
Okay.
He meets a were-pig, a were-turtle, and a were-cheetah. And then there's a lady that's a furry who just dresses up as a hippopotamus.
Why does it sound like so much of a metaphor for society?
Hang on, I didn't even get to the Christmas part yet. So as the guy finds out he's a werewolf, he gets the rundown of the history of shifters. Because the first shifter was back during the biblical times. He was a werewolf named Bob that God had created to go kill evil. But Bob the werewolf went crazy, so God endowed his friend Christopher with a suit of red armor, Christopher being Santa Claus. It gets dumber. So Bob keeps defeating Christopher in his magical armor, so Christopher goes to Satan for a magical pair of claws. Satan's claws.
Oh my god.
Fight Bob the werewolf.
Fucking love it.
This is so extra.
It's insane. And then all this plays out, in the show, like Santa Claus shows up in his fucking armor and his big whirly claws. And it turns out one of the people in the group is Bob the werewolf. It's so dumb. And it was wonderful.
How does it end?
It ends with the furry saving the day because she cuts off Santa's head.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then she sits on his lap, gets a magic wish. She wants to become a furry, but that doesn't happen. Instead, a rapper shows up, and he's like, "Yeah, baby, I'm gonna fuck you all night, but first, let's get you that 100 million out of the bank."
Did a 2-year-old write this? Like, all of a sudden, all these random things are coming into play.
It's great. It was
Oh.
fucking great. And then the werewolf and the weird cheetah go home and smash.
Okay.
It was great. I fucking hate Christmas things, but that was wonderful.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
And I've seen so many of these terrible Hallmarky-esque Christmas movies because Jen just comes over and puts them on. I'm like, fine. I don't really care.
But you do, because they annoy you.
I honestly, I don't care because I just sit there and drink and I make fun of it.
Okay, so
So
I will never watch that.
everybody should watch it. Is anybody else taking in any Christmas media, or am I the only one in this week of Christmas?
I did yesterday. Nothing like what you watched. It's quite plain Jane, but it's definitely one of the better
Oh yeah, you
Christmas
watched
movies.
Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's great.
yeah.
Wait, what is-
A Muppet Christmas Carol. I haven't watched it in like 15 years, and I finally sat down while I was cleaning off my bookshelf, and I watched it and enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. But it's the Muppets, so I mean,
It's the Muppets. It's the most accessible adaptation of the story, and it's Michael Caine. It's so good.
oh yeah. And it's one of the few adaptations that includes some kind of manifestation of Charles Dickens as like a narrator.
Mm-hmm. And I really love their version of the Ghost of Christmas Present because that's my favorite ghost.
Yes, yeah, and I think the Muppet medium, like puppet medium, is a great way of portraying the ghosts as well because you can physically change them and have their different. Do you hear the dogs in the background? Yeah. This was my entire teaching experience. I've gotten so used to it. I'm burning a small fire on the inside, and I'm just fuming because it's annoying. But at the same time, I know the show must go on, so I just keep going. And I tried to talk over it, but I know it's probably making it worse.
It's whatever.
I mean, you're fine. It's just, it's like an elephant in the room. I was like, are you going to acknowledge this or no?
Just ignore it
until it's gone. But there's one thing I can't ignore now that we kind of segued off a little bit. I've heard more sirens in the background today than I have in all my time living up in this area.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
when I was out driving, there were a lot of fire trucks and ambulances just running.
yeah, it must be the black ice. But I haven't heard. I feel like I'm back in the Northeast again.
That's not a place you want to be.
I'm just like, oh, this is like home.
In Northeast, usually gunshots will precede the siren.
Usually. This is more like a skirt and a crash.
Yes.
Christmas.
Anyway, well, this is Christmas base. They're slipping on ice.
Yeah.
Santa ain't coming home.
But back to Christmas, the Muppet Christmas Carol. I think the only ghost that doesn't really do it for me in that one is Christmas Past, just like the weird little baby.
I felt the same way about Christmas Past and Future. Future kind of didn't do it for me either.
Yeah, Future's kind of boring. It's just like big scary Grim Reaper.
And it's not even well done.
Good enough. That doesn't sound like a good movie then, if only one of them is good enough.
Well, just like that. Well, that's just the story, but I don't like the way that they're done in those.
Okay. Well, I don't like the Muppets, so
Oof.
I don't know that.
Yeah, there's
You can
an
edit that
episode.
out, Dave. You can edit out Missy's terrible opinion.
Oh no, it's very well known. I believe I titled an entire episode off of Missy's hatred of the Muppets.
Yep, not a fan.
Oh my lord, there's so many sirens.
What's the difference though between like the Muppets and then Sesame Street? Aren't they Muppets too?
No.
Okay. Are they?
Technically.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I like them.
I mean, like they're both created by Jim Henson, so it's like they're different and the same in the way that tigers and house cats are still cats, but they're still very different.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Like they're in the same species, but they're totally different, like genus.
Yeah.
Wait, did I get that right?
Um.
Or is it the other way around?
I was just gonna say yes because I know what you mean. Not worried
Yeah.
about.
No, I think you're right. Yeah, because genus is the Latin name. Species is the overall.
Hmm.
I think. Yeah.
Oh, I know a thing.
Good job, Dave.
So Missy, have you seen or interacted with anything Christmas or winter or holiday-esque?
Not particularly this year. I'm not really somebody to like sit down and watch like a Christmas movie unless it's already on and I kind of have nothing else to do. So, like if Elf is on, I'll watch that for like a little bit. Um, the one that I always look forward to watching is A Christmas Story. That's my favorite Christmas movie, and
Yes.
that's on Christmas. So it's just like, okay, I'll watch it then. Otherwise, like I watch like like the Christmas specials on like Family Guy and American Dad and things like that. So, and I hate Christmas music. Like I really do. I'm just not a fan.
Yeah. Because what did I tell you? It's since Black Friday, my store has been playing Christmas music. So 40 hours a week for the last 2 or 3 weeks of Christmas music has been
It's a lot.
incredible.
Like it sounds torturous.
It
Eh,
I got ass and brain cancer all at the same time, and then they met in the middle, and then I just became a big ball of cancer after a
oh,
while.
you're
What a
Deadpool.
visual. My God.
Although you and I miss it's still kind of going back and forth on the Christmas song put out by 21 Pilots.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, like the Pilots just came out with a Christmas song, and it's called
Be the
Christmas.
tiebreaker. Go listen to the song.
I mean, we
Yeah.
could do that right now in real time since there's no longer a timer.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
if you guys want to suss it out, and then I'll just listen to it, and then I'll come back and I'll tell you whether or not it's shit or shit.
I mean, you can he likes it and I don't, so that tells you a lot just from that.
Oh, I just don't like 21 Pilots, so
There you go.
Why?
I don't vibe.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
It's all about like mental health and shit.
It's just
But I
not
don't like the way they
vibe.
sound. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? They're
That's
not a vibe. AJR's a vibe.
Is
Who?
that?
Oof. AJR. Bang. Sober Up.
Oh, the Bang song? I like that song.
Yeah, that's AJR.
I like that song.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's like I don't remember the words, but it's a good song.
They're memorable apparently.
It's mostly it's just bang bang bang, and then there's I get up, I get da, 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 da. And then they make a joke about actually knowing the song.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Like,
you're
so
kind of
put
on brand.
that face on, everybody come hang. Let's go out with a bang, 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 like that.
Here we
That
go.
sounds fucking awful.
Little known fact: it was a product placement song for Bang energy drinks.
Of course it was.
No, it's not. I'm just making that shit up.
No, it
But
totally
it
was.
could be.
Nope, it's canon.
It could be.
Anyway, so I don't like Christmas music. I respect it, and I know what it's there for. And then, like, if I'm in a really Christmassy mood where like I'm with the whole family and like we're decorating the tree or something, like that's fine. But eventually, shut it off. Like I can't deal. So when 21 Pilots came out with Christmas Saves the Year, I had very high hopes, but I didn't realize it was going to be a Christmas song. So Josh doesn't even come in with the drums until halfway through the fucking song. The chorus sucks. There's no substance to it. I was really not okay with it.
It's a
And I'm
Christmas
okay with
song.
every
There's
part.
never going to be substance to it.
To a Christmas song? Yeah.
I appreciate it because it's a decent
And
compared to all the other shit I've been forced to listen to for Christmas stuff. It's fine. I don't mind
yeah.
it.
But like, would you listen to it like on a semi-regular basis, like whenever you would listen to other Pilot songs? I know you don't do that
if it
often,
pops up
but
on my Spotify, sure. Yeah, whatever.
okay.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, I am curious to hear what Dave thinks about it.
I mean, like I said, we can do this in real time if you give me like 30 seconds.
I mean, sure, why not?
Go for it, Dave. Be a
Let's,
hero.
I don't know if this is hero status or not, or remotely hero worthy.
Ugh.
Accurate.
Oh, God.
My visceral reaction anytime I hear little dog is just and my foot goes to punt it.
for his barking and biting is,
Oh my god.
yeah. Oh, he is
God.
an annoying little twat.
Just put it in a bag and throw it in the river.
I can't.
What?
His name when we adopted him was Dave, so there's some kind of connection there. But we're both about as useful.
A Dave from an alternate timeline was reincarnated in that dog.
Oh no. I just got that episode in Rick and Morty.
Oh, jeez.
Is he my Morty? I mean, like, I'm not saying I'm smart at all, because I'm not, but
No, like Dave, out of the three of us, me and you would be the Mortys, and Casey would be Rick, for sure.
oh yeah. I 100%.
Yeah.
But who's the Mortiest?
I don't know how I feel about that.
I feel like that's the real question here. Is like, who's the Mortiest between
You.
Missy and I? Really, I'm the Mortiest Morty.
You are absolutely more Mortier than me.
So I'm the Mortiest.
Yeah. Do you agree with that?
Gun up against your head. You have to pick one of us to be your Morty. Who would you pick?
I'm not gonna pick anybody. You can't do those kind of analogies with us.
He's got to. He's got to pick.
It depends because you do both alternate, but Dave is definitely more Morty, and Miss does tend to go kind of Summer.
Ooh, fucking Summer.
I don't know if I like that. I'd like it better if it was Beth. Why am I Summer?
Sometimes you're a bit Summer.
How?
Oh no.
How? Tell me how.
Because it's way more fun to say you're more Summer.
My God, I just don't trust you. You're only saying.
I feel like more of a fall.
Dave's a winter.
Oh, that's another AJR song. Hey, Winter.
That song! Oh my God!
Yeah,
Never heard of this group.
that song made me cry.
Yeah, it's like the slower one where he talks to like his future child, right?
Yeah, it's Dear Winter, and then
Yeah.
it's like writing letters to his future child.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
they look like assholes.
They're from New Jersey, so yeah.
They look like if the Jonas Brothers grew up in fucking Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 100%. That's that.
Jesus.
All right, so are you gonna go listen to that song and then report back?
Yeah. I'll do it right now. I won't even unmute. I'll just cut this part out.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, and of course they're brothers.
Who?
AJR.
AJR.
And who else?
AJR. All three of them are brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was one person. My bad.
And the band's name is their three first letters.
Yep.
Adam, Jack, and Ryan.
I like the name Ryan.
The band writes, produces, and mixes their material in the living room of their apartment.
I already fucking hate
It just started.
I hate his voice. It sounds like he's singing into a tin can.
It's not a higher pitched voice. He's more of an alto.
I hated their COVID-19 song too. That was the worst.
A level of concern. I actually really
I
like that.
fucking love that song.
Yeah.
That song is a
hate it.
bop.
Can't stand it.
That song is a goddamn bop.
I don't have a strong stance on a lot of things, but my God.
Is it really just like his voice that you don't like?
I don't. I like the message. I like the way they write songs.
Yeah.
It's just sung by literally anybody else.
Right.
I like the music video though. It's very sweet. I don't know if it's like actual family photos or they just found some random family on the internet. There's like,
Easy
yeah, they
enough to
look
do.
nice.
It's easy enough to like catfish and like create a family thanks to the internet. So
Yeah, they found a nice old man that kind of looks like Carl from Up.
I thought that music video for Level of Concern was adorable. Like, his daughter is so cute.
I haven't seen the music video for it yet. I've only heard it on the radio. I think that's probably adding to my disdain for it.
yeah, I didn't look. I don't usually watch their music videos because sometimes they're real dumb. Like the chlorine one was real dumb.
It was, yeah. I don't get the whole Ned thing. Like, that's such a thing. Like, I don't even...
Yeah, that's one of the things I don't really like about them is like they try to make like a mythology. It seems like they're trying to make a mythology or some kind of story, some kind of interlinking theme or character in between songs.
That really came along when Trench was released. Like, Blurryface wasn't really like that. Like, they had the whole character of Blurryface, but it made more sense than what Ned is. Like, he's supposed to be like a creative outlet. Like, he's their creativity in a nutshell. But
So it's
Yeah,
almost
dumb.
like a pen name in a way, where you can
yeah,
hide behind the name and do what you want.
kind of. But it's not like a cop out or anything. But like with blurry face, it's like insecurity, which everybody can relate to, I think. And I just thought that was a better way to reach people. But I mean, I still think that they're amazing and geniuses. I just don't like this new song.
Right, and you just have a bad opinion.
Okay, well, whatever. To
Oof.
each his own.
Eh.
Whenever I listen to their music, or whenever I hear the COVID song on the radio, I just feel like Stan in South Park.
Oh yeah,
Fart noises constantly.
Really?
I can understand that.
Yeah.
Yo, fun fact about that episode. When that first aired and I watched it, like I was kind of malfunctioning that entire week because like I just kept thinking, oh my god, that's me.
Oh
That's a
no.
scary realization because that was like a pretty serious episode, all things considered, with that show.
Yeah, like I had a legit like crisis of identity. Like I went into work the next day, and my manager at the time, he was also watching South Park, and he said, "So, when did they write that episode about you?"
Oof.
Oh shit!
Oh no.
Damn.
Like,
They
Nail
oh,
in the head.
this is terrible.
Wasn't it like Asperger's or something? What did they diagnose?
No, Stan just turned what he turned 10.
Right,
Yeah.
but they said it was like a medical thing at first.
No, just everything. He just
Mm,
turned a certain age, and everything just started to sound like shit to him. It was just cynicism.
Yeah, I don't know if a
No,
doctor in the show diagnosed him, but I know Cartman might have said something like that.
oh, well, that was a whole other episode where Cartman said he had Asperger's, and he started
Right.
to sell hamburgers that he was shoving up his ass.
You remember that, but I thought for sure the doctor said like you either have like ADHD, ADD, Asperger's.
I think he just might have said, "Well, you sound like an asshole." I think that might have been it.
I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while, but
Yeah, that's definitely worth a revisit, honestly. That's a good episode.
Yeah,
so
that
Dave,
is
overall
definitely a
thoughts
peak.
on-
What was that, Missy?
overall thoughts? I assume that you're finished listening.
I stopped listening about a minute and 15 seconds into it.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I mean, it's not horrible. It definitely has Christmas vibes, which in a lot of cases is hard to do nowadays to make it feel like Christmas in a song. 6 out of 10. I might listen again.
It's not bad. Like I said, it's not something like I'm going to aggressively seek out to put on. But if it comes up on my Spotify playing, like okay, I'll leave it on.
Yeah, it definitely goes down in some, I wouldn't say punk pop Christmas music, but it would definitely go on that playlist. I would listen to it once.
Yeah.
So do you like that song more than like their other songs?
Yeah, I would say so.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
A lot.
All a matter of preference.
All right. Anyway,
I mean, I'm not gonna go seeking for their music to begin with, but not bad. I would listen to it if it came on the radio.
It just has a nice beat to it. It has a nice flow, as the kids say.
it's
Yeah,
so
vibes.
simple. I can't deal with really fucking simple songs. Like for example, I really like the band Shinedown, and
Mm.
yeah, okay, all right. But like I came
Mm.
across a couple of songs that I hadn't heard before, and I was like, oh, all right, cool. Let me listen to these. And I'm like, dude, you're so basic. Like all of these words are like kindergarten words. These are kindergarten phrases. Like,
But-
where is your deeper essence? Granted, I still like them because they're fun, but my God, you can try harder. You're an adult.
None of their songs are deep.
They are
They all claim to have meaning, but they're as deep as a fucking toilet bowl.
Yeah, no, they're not deep at all.
Deep as a fuck.
Huh?
Deep as a fucking toilet bowl.
Yeah.
I love it.
I still like them, but they could do better.
You have high expectations of them, and they are disappointing you in this certain aspect of their songwriting abilities.
I have high expectations for fucking everything.
It's true.
You should write them a rubric.
It's a good exercise.
It would be.
Songwriting, it's just like poems. So you could totally write a poem. You're going to have to teach it eventually. So do it the spite shine down, and then, and you'll have one for the future.
Well, I mean, if I ever do teach poetry, like that's where I would start would be with music. So makes sense.
But like, are you gonna do good music?
Well,
Or
I'm just
Bo
going to
Burnham?
explain to them that no, I'm going to explain to them that it's like all music is poetry, like lyrics and poetry are intertwined.
Yeah.
So go pick out a song and break it down, like that's it.
Play them Whitey on the Moon, because I wrote a paper.
I don't know that one.
It was from the 60s by a musician named Gil Scott-Heron.
Huh.
It's about deteriorating conditions in the black community, while so much focus is being put on putting people on the moon.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. But see, that's what I'm talking about right there, though. Like songs with a substance, a topic, a theme, like something to convey. Like that's better music, in my opinion.
Yeah, like talking about how wet your pussy is.
Don't even get me started. Even get me started with that shit. No, okay, listen. I made a rant about that on Facebook.
You got a mop and a bucket for that wet ass pussy.
Macaroni in a pot. Why? What does that mean?
Oh yeah, that's a lyric. I forgot about that. Yeah, well, because you know how you stir the macaroni in the pot and it makes like that.
Yeah, it's from a Vine. Because I think the kid was just like he had a pot of mac and cheese and he's like, hey mom, that's what good pussy sounds like.
Ew, that's disgusting. I love pussy, but no. Jesus.
Exactly what it sounds like. It just
I made a whole rant
just
about
sounds like you're taking moist lasagna noodles and you're just slapping them against a drum.
Yep, nope. And then the whole thing where she's like, hit that little dangly thing in the back of my throat. Like, it's a uvula, you fucking moron.
Right, but you try to rhyme something with uvula.
I wouldn't use the word in a song.
Yeah, the dangly thing in the back of my throat sounds way better.
I'm all for sex positivity. I'm all for empowering men and women into, believing in themselves and liking how they look and liking how they are and all of these good things. However, one, it's a stupid fucking song. Two, there are songs about sex that are genuine, that are sexy, provocative, and sex positive. And this one is not.
Like Tenacious D's "Fuck Her Gently." It's a great sex positive song.
There you go. I think I have heard that before. You played that for me once, right?
Yeah. I think when we were going to Camden.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was good. And it had actual substance to it. But I had pointed
No, it didn't. It's the Tenacious D song. It doesn't have fucking substance.
He's better than Cardi fucking B.
See,
I hate Cardi B. I hate her. But point being, hang on, I want to make this point. I made a rant about it on Facebook, and I pointed out a couple things that I didn't like about it that were like legitimate, quote, concerns, and nobody really said a fucking thing about it. So
it's not a big deal.
At one point, well, no, because like the people who came at me were basically saying like, oh, she's empowering people, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but here's something that I don't agree with. So, for example, she like put men down in that song. Like,
men are kind of trash.
Kinda.
Okay, that's not the point though. Like, you want to sit here and empower women, cool, but that doesn't mean taking anything away from men. It doesn't mean women are better than men. It doesn't mean men are better than women. You're looking for equality. Like, I don't want to listen to a song that demeans either gender. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not for that. So
I only want to listen to music that demeans both genders.
I vibe with that, Misty.
Okay. All right. I get
you.
Yeah, thank you. Like, she mentioned something about how, like, if a man doesn't have like a big enough dick, then like he's not good enough or something like that. It's been a while since I heard these lyrics. And I was like, that's fucked up because they can't help how they're built in that respect. You can lose weight, gain weight, whatever, but you can't change your dick size.
It's not about the size of the boat. It's the motion of the ocean.
That's what I said. It's all about what you do with it. And then she said something about how like you should encourage prostitution and sexting. And I was like, all right, listen though, young people are listening to this and sexting is really fucking dangerous, especially when you send nudes. Like that's not okay.
Right. Be careful about who you send pictures of noodles to. Don't send nudes.
Right.
I only accept nudes. You're not sending me some of that good mac and cheese. I ain't buying.
But no, like I had a legitimate point, and then everybody like came at me and they were like, oh, well, now that a woman is singing about this, it's a problem, but men have been singing about this, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm not saying that I'm okay with that either, but this is a song that I heard, and everybody's saying how fucking great it is, and it's not. It's not.
It's fine.
It's not.
It's not. I like rap. I don't like her style of rap. I don't like her personally, but I'm fine with the song. And of course she's gonna only want like the biggest dong possible, because I imagine it's a pencil in a hallway situation with her.
Jesus.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's insane.
How
So
did we get here?
let's get back to Christmas. How long have we been recording?
Rants.
When did we start?
I don't know. You're the one with the timer.
It's been an hour.
Has it really?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my God. So I think we talked about Christmas for like 15 minutes, and then somehow we got on to sex again.
We're talking about that wet ass pussy, and you got to deck them hoes.
Too many hoes in this house. Like, isn't that kind of like is hoe a demeaning word or empowering word?
It's all in the context.
There's some hoes in this house. There's some elves in this house. There's some elves in this house.
Not making this Christmas.
He's in milk. One day a year.
Oh, stop it. Oh my God.
Presents in my sack make my pullout game strong.
Dave's turned this into Ben Shapiro time.
Ben Shapiro is interesting. I don't really want to get into that though.
He is a racist
it's like
nerd.
It's like watching a car crash. That's why it's interesting.
I agree with some of what he says. Not all of it, but some of it.
Holy shit, I just got super lightheaded.
Have you eaten today, son?
If you count fruit snacks as food, then yes.
No, they're not food.
Actual food.
I've had coffee.
Have some party cheese salad. I'll send some over.
Oh, thank you.
You don't want that.
I want 2-day shipping, please.
You don't want
I'll drive it over myself.
Oh,
no.
Expedite it.
I'll drive it right over. I'll be there in 20 minutes.
Just slap it on my front step.
That's what I'm concerned about, is how long it takes to make.
Apparently, as long as the Jell-O takes to set, and as long as it takes to congeal into a hardened shape.
What if you use chickens instead of?
No, that's not dessert then.
Yeah, apparently it's a dessert thing.
Yeah.
I think it's like a southern thing, because I know the South they get real hard for Jell-O.
They get real hard for desserts.
In the Jell-O.
And vinegar. I don't understand. Desserts and vinegar. I don't get it.
What's wrong with vinegar? I like salt and vinegar chips. That's my go-to chip.
Yeah, that's okay, but like once you start putting it on like French fries, it's a little weird.
It's pretty great.
I've tried it. It tastes fine, but it smells like feet.
Yeah, well.
That's the same with like Parmesan cheese though. It smells like feet.
Yeah.
If you get the fresh smells great.
All right. Anyway, what are we doing?
Oh, we're back on feet.
Yeah, it's come full circle.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
anyway.
So I'm gonna sell my feet pictures to spend money. We get spending money for Christmas this year. That's my.
That's what it's come to.
Christmas is definitely not going to be the same this year. Like, I don't know if I'm getting together with my family or not, because I'm like the most dangerous out of everybody, because I have the 2 jobs and I see a whole lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So my sister doesn't want me to come up because of the baby, and I understand that, but at the same time, I fucking miss them and I want to go see them. So I don't know. But then, like, my dad has this whole thing where he's like, well, everybody needs to be super careful, and Linda is very worried about the whole thing. Like, she's taking it extremely seriously, and she's like, I don't want to go up to his house for Christmas because I don't want to be exposed. And my dad's like, well, I get that, but I'm going up to my daughter's for Christmas. So when he comes back, he's just going to expose her. So, like...
Because your dad has the dumb boomer invincibility on the brain.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know how Christmas is going to be.
It's going to be interesting, I'll say that much.
Yeah. There's been a couple of cases of COVID at my job.
Oh, really? Already?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but
yeah,
I'm pretty sure everyone at my job has had it at least once, and we're all just asymptomatic because we've been open through the entire thing.
Oh, that's right.
Like,
Yeah.
statistically, someone had it once. There's no way none of us have had it.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah, because my store's only been open since August, late July, and we've only just had a case.
That
But
you
then
know.
once we had that one case, then shit started to snowball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's how it works.
Yeah. I mean, we've had isolated incidents, both in the vet and then the salon. They've had outbreaks because they're in enclosed areas, but
Yeah.
it's never like bled into the main store somehow. I mean, I'll take full responsibility for that for my stellar cleaning ability, but yeah.
Uh,
I mean, what
we're
do
all
you guys
gonna die, and Dave's gonna kill us.
first probably, but anyway, what do you think about the vaccine? Do you trust it, or are you a little nervous about it?
I mean, honestly, I trust it. It because it's not the virus itself. It's kind of like a USB port telling you what the virus would do, and it's training your cells to be able to work with that and fight against it. So it's
I'm a
not
little
threatening.
worried about it because it takes a long time to come up with a vaccine and make sure it's safe and gone through all of the testing and all of that. And I understand the pressure of needing to get it now. Yes, Casey.
Usually, that's only because of funding. People don't want to invest in a thing. With this, everybody wants to invest in it. Everybody wants to push it forward. So it's getting the green lights that a lot of other things wouldn't be getting. That's why it's moving as quickly as
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone was just tossing and throwing money at it.
because there's money being thrown at it, because there's money to be made from it. It's getting greenlit faster than other things would.
Right. So what have you heard the debate, which I think it's been disproven, but uh, that if you take the vaccine, there's a chance that it can make women infertile.
I've not heard that.
Neither have
Yeah,
I.
That
I
sounds
think
pretty bunk.
I think it's full and they disproved it and everything. But that got me thinking, like, what are long-term effects with this, if there are any? But I
Yeah.
don't
I mean, honestly, if there are any long-term effects from the vaccine, it's got to be better than the long-term effects from COVID itself.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather take the chance with the
It can't
vaccine.
be as bad as post-COVID syndrome.
I'll pass.
Yeah.
know. What is that?
Post-COVID syndrome, it's basically what Pat has. You can't taste or properly breathe because your lungs and your heart have been so engorged with liquid and fluid that once you're kind of past COVID, you're just left with this enlarged heart and these weakened lungs that can't properly function.
And that
Well,
puts
that's
you at
terrifying. I thought you got your smell and taste back though.
not
So I
always.
think some have, some haven't.
Nah, the reason why you lose your smell and taste is because it severs like neurons to the brain for that path.
Yeah.
So sometimes they can heal, usually in younger people, usually.
Yeah.
Other times you're just SOL. Shit out of luck.
Damn.
Look at us getting topical.
Yeah.
Well, even with everything going on, I think Christmas will still be okay. I think we'll be.
Let's cancel Christmas.
Why not? We're canceling everything else.
Capitalism. Eat the rich.
Yeah. But no, just use them as fertilizer.
Or pinatas.
Oh,
Yes, both.
Beat the rich with a stick.
And fertilize your crops with them.
But make sure you
Right,
take
I
a picture
think
of their feet first.
I think
Yeah.
that's all I have to say
Tell them
about,
feet pics. Stay tuned for feet pics.
but don't because we're not doing that.
Struggle City's
You're not.
Patreon, tier 6. Feet
You
pics.
don't. Oh my god. Go
Tier
ahead,
4, you get the toe. The little toe.
Casey. Will you just do the damn outro? My god.
I'm too busy taking pictures of my feet. That's been Struggle City. This has been a disaster.
As always,
Merry Christmas. We're all going to die.
Kiss
Fuck
me
you.
ass.
follow us on the things.
That's it.
On YouTube, maybe
It's been
Twitch.
outroed.
Twitter.
I hear more sirens in the background.
Well,
Cool.
All right. On that note.
Everyone's dying.